What is going on, guys? It's Saturday. So, I just had another milestone. It's a first for the channel. I had my first person to claim they were somebody they weren't trying to get my giveaways. And first time for everything, and we just crossed that line. So I'm going to have to start taking a little longer with my giveaways. So I think I'm going to extend everything being shipped out 2 weeks, right? So I make sure that somebody gets a hold of me, and I'm going to have to do a little investigating myself, finding one of your comments to comment on you, to text, or to have some communication on YouTube, because anybody can just make something that says that they're them. And yeah, I got to figure it out. So it's going to the right person. But yeah, first time, I'm like, what the heck? And they were like, so they emailed me Friday. Oh yeah, I won. I'm this person, blah, blah, blah. And Saturday morning, I got like 5 more emails like, hey, what's going on with my prize? Are you going to get it? You can PayPal me instead, blah, blah, blah. And, like red flags just going up all and over, because I know every person that I've dealt with thus far has been like super grateful with time, with the winning the prize. And it was just not the same. And I'm probably giving clues out right now, which is probably bad, but I can tell the difference. So immediately reached out, like, this just doesn't seem right, And sure enough, it wasn't them. So first time for everything, we just crossed that on the channel. I wanted to tell you, well, it was still hot. I was still like, man, I can't believe it. But I mean, I guess I can believe it, because there are people like that out there. And I can't say the channel is huge by any means. We're at 1,500, but that's a small town worth of people if we watch. And so, anyways, I'm glad we got that figured out. But what else do we got going on? So I have been collecting contacts like crazy. Well, hold on. Let's hold off on that. Let's talk about YouTube money. So I get paid by YouTube for you guys watching from ads, right? So right now I'm getting another paycheck. I'll have like $250 worth of YouTube money, and I'm curious what you guys want to see me do with it, right? So I've been just kind of holding on to it, just kind of like, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So Matt brought up a good idea, and he wants to see what X-ray film does, what we can get out of it. So I like that idea, but I want to talk with the rest of the group. What would you like to see, right? Do you think that's a cool idea? I'd keep it, and then you want to see something refined, I can get it, and then we refine it. Or, if you want me to test certain equipment, I can go that route too, because I have no intentions on using the YouTube money for everyday stuff, right? I'd really like to put it back into the channel, whether it's with giveaways or information that you guys want, and maybe you don't want to pull the trigger on it. Well, and it's we're not going crazy with it, right? It's only a couple $100, but if it can help you guys out, that's what I want to put it towards. So it's fun for me, and it's kind of nice to be able to, like I said, it's not a whole bunch, but what I do get, I would like to either, like I said, giveaways or, experiments, whether it's with, whatever you guys want. You guys just let me know. I think that'd be kind of fun. The X-ray thing, I'd be intrigued in, because that same black stuff that we had in our cell, that emergency video cell. I'll put a card up here. That's the same stuff that we had, well, that they make x-rays with. Not x-rays with, but film, right? That's the same chemical that they use for film. And so I'm not sure how they put it on there, right? So, I mean, is it as easy as just dipping it in nitric and poof, there we go? Because those crystals, all I had to do was put nitric acid and they dissolved, turned into pure silver, and bam, I was good to go. Solution stayed crystal clear. So it was definitely pure silver. So that's definitely on the radar, and I really like that idea. But before I make any plunges, I'd like to hear the rest of your guys' input. So I have been in the collection mode, right? And with the price of gold at all-time highs and just stepping it up, I haven't been purchasing carat scrap, right? But I have been purchasing gold-filled scrap. And not like huge batches at a time, right? Whatever I can. So it's like, 100 grams or 50 grams or stuff like that. So I think I'm up to like maybe 200. We'll get a weight on it. Yeah, because what I did was I stripped everything up, cleared it off, and I separated it between magnetic and non-magnetic. And yeah, I'm interested myself in how much we have total after everything's been stripped. And so yeah, we'll get a quick weight on that. And then same thing with the contacts. I haven't weighed them up in a little while, and I've done a bunch of them. So I'm really intrigued to see what we have there. So I've been collecting the ones from the contacts where I've been grinding them off, where they got the copper base on the back. I've been saving a bunch of those so that we can run like a test through a copper cell. And we may have enough. We may have enough to do a small scale test. So let's get some weights on stuff, all right? If you haven't seen it yet, here it is. So I've got carat scrap, gold-filled scrap, magnetic, non-magnetic, just some gold e-waste stuff, right? Pins, fingers, and then here's my contacts. So these are the ones I've been grinding off. Like, it's not a whole bunch yet, but it's a nice small-scale sample. I think we could get a copper cell running through that. These ones here are ones that I sweat on and sweat off. Well, I should say sweat off. They're sweat on. So I just peel them off that way. So that's going to be closer to pure silver. And then that's just silver plated stuff. And then a little bit of sterling. And then the questionable sterling. So anyways, let's grab this stuff. Oh, and yep, I got it hung. All right, back to weights. Hey, let's start with the gold-filled stuff. Cheers, by the way. Saturday night. All right, let's get a boat here. I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right, let's start with magnetic stuff. I got a lot less there. Not a whole bunch. We got 2463. Let's see here. Throwing stuff around. All right. Now, non-magnetic stuff. Yikes. I think more went on the table than in the boat. All right, so we got 117 on the dot. 117 grams. Just threw another boat on the ground. So we're getting up there. I just want 250 more grams, so I will have to separate them yet. So those numbers will definitely go up. Right, onto the contacts. So we're still zeroed. Oh, hitting the... Yep, still zeroed. Let's start with these guys. I know we're going to have a bigger weight, but it's not going to be all silver, right? Because we do have copper in there as well. So we are up to 145 grams there. 145.76. I really like this scale. We can see it. All right, and the ones that I sweat off, or I was able to get all of the base metals off of there. $71.18. Oh, 17. It just ticked down. Oh, I just bumped it. 71.19. So we've got, that's actually a decent amount of silver there. That's probably at least 2 ounces worth. All said and done. All free contacts that I get from work. Can't beat that. All right, there we have it. Some good measurements. We got some good weights there. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I'm really happy with the contacts. And I don't remember who said the bench grinder, but lifesaver. That thing works excellent. Excellent. Especially, I still have to build it yet, right? The whole contraption that I want, but I think that'll even make it even better. And another idea, hold on. I have a whole bunch of these yet. Oop. So you can see that contact. It's a pretty nice sized contact on there. Now, this is all copper plated with something. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't look like silver. Excuse me. But tin, nickel, something like that. Anyways, so I did one of them with the torch. And the torch took a tremendous amount of time to get that off of there. To the point where I probably spent more in gas than I got in silver, right? So I've been thinking about induction heating, right? And if you get a nice induction heater, they are super expensive, right? Really expensive. So part of this YouTube money, I was thinking about experimenting. They have an induction. It's like for like nuts and bolts, right? For automotive purposes. It's got that little circle. You'd put the nut on and it heat the nut out for like rust purposes. And I'd be really intrigued to see if it would get hot enough to melt these off. So just an idea I have if you guys think it would be worth going that route. And they're like $180 to $220. So they're somewhere right around there. But I think that, well, I can't say I think that. It would be a good experiment to see if that works or not, right? Because one, you're saving gas. You're using electricity, right? But electricity is a lot cheaper than gas. And we could see if it even works or not, right? Anyways, you let me know. That's just an example of what we could put it towards to see, if you guys also get a whole bunch of contacts that are brazed on, would that work? Just stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to put that money towards to help everybody out. So I think that's I melted up that indium too, and got a nice little bar out of it. So that's all indium. I get a weight on that. I don't think it weighs much, but we'll get a weight on it just to see. Oh, I gotta let it zero out. 12 grams. Woo woo. So not a lot, but it was enough to melt up into a bar. Pretty cool. Not a very good looking bar. Maybe we'll have to look eventually on how to refine indium. Because this is far from pure, and I can actually see some gold spots in there from like where you scrape the gold off when you're scraping the indium off. So we'll have to take a peek at that. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.